These my dollars make it hurt.
What's up, amazing people? My name is Anne Murugi and I am proudly Kenyan. You are listening to For Better 254, a space for young Kenyans to learn and learn with the name of bringing forward a better Kenya for us and for generations to come. Hello. Welcome to today's episode. I hope you're doing okay. I'm alright myself. I feel like I have a cold, but I don't know. But in case my voice is not doing it here, just know I feel like I have a cold or it's coming down on me. But how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I haven't asked you guys in a long time how you're doing. But as per usual, do let me know in the comments. In case you're having a good day, that's really good for you. And please, we're rooting for you. If you're having a not so good day or a bad day or a bad week or bad life, I do promise you it's gonna get better. Just sit with it and work yourself up. Welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, I am gonna be piggybacking. Finally, I said it right. I've been trying to say that word and I was just sounding like a Kalenjin. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean. But welcome to today's episode, and I am piggybacking on my second last episode, Everybody Needs Money, where I talk about how the government is seeking foreign investment with this goal of development. However, there is the common citizen who is suffering from the high cost of living that is associated with this move. In case you haven't listened to that episode, please make an effort and listen to it. And what makes this move even more painful is the fact that as the government of Kenya is selling this idea of no pain without gain, meaning we're having now some tight, tough days, but we do have a brighter future and development ahead, is that we are also witnessing new positions posed in the government and more money being spent on doing the most unnecessary things, like buying a new passport printer. Yet we have the National Health Insurance Fund, which is meant to guarantee health insurance for all classes of citizens, backing out due to lack of funds, more so in marginalized areas. This then makes you, or rather me, wonder where the priorities of the government lie, because clearly there is money in the government that can already start this development, just that the money is not for its people, and in fact the people need to provide more money. And that brings me to today's episode, how our leaders are, simply put, disappointing. And what makes them disappointing is this idea of falling back to the Western world to fill in our cups. And most times, falling back to them means more damage to the citizens, as you can see with the current high cost of living. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying let's not borrow a leaf, let's not share ideas. What I'm saying is, as it is now, this agreement with foreigners are not yielding results for the common African. Recently, African leaders have been having summits to discuss African agenda, and our president is doing an amazing job at speaking on African situation and our relations with the northern world, alongside some other remarkable presidents. So kudos to them for that and for having those conversations. However, in these conversations, I hear the empowerment and the need for unity as Africans. But the way of dealing the issues is still reliant on the foreign way of doing things. The ideologies seem to be a class thing where only the presidents are concerned, whereas the rest of the local leaders who are elected to represent the most common of the African person are delusional about these ideas. And that is what is disappointing, making this fight for African liberation a power thing when it is simply about looking at African people's needs, empowering them, and providing, like I mentioned in an episode before, an enabling environment for its citizens, away from the exploitational models that created some of these Western countries. So I don't get it how our possibilities to make Kenya, to make Africa safe for Africa, is still dependent on following the models of the same people who led us where we are. And this explains the creation of these job positions with enormous salary, because we are trying so hard to master the master's model, but in the course of it, we are weakening our currency, we're increasing our high cost of living for the common citizen. Yet we all know we will never be like them, because, newsflash, The system was created on colonization and oppression, so our place as Kenya, our place as Africa, still remains at the bottom of the pyramid unless we create our own system. We have remained the most exploited continent even after following the Western model of education, the West footsteps of religion. Class disparity is only expanding in the country and in the continent, and we know of the brain drain that's affecting the entire continent. And also, the weakest currency is in the continent. But that is the model our politicians and some of us citizens really want to mimic. But it does not serve majority of the citizens who are the backbone of the economy. It only serves the elites, which makes it such a pity even after the brilliant, amazing people who fought for the continent's liberation, our idea of advancement and development still remains this external thing we have to borrow. I mean, we had Julius Nyerere lay down the foundation of an education system for the society in Tanzania. We had Gaddafi fight for economic liberation of Libya, and the continent while still providing free education and free healthcare in Libya. We had Wangari Maathai on management of environment, which could help us so much on these external investments when it comes to mineral resources. And of course, the legend Kwame Nkrumah on plotting a conscious world for Africans. And the amazing wealth schemes from the stories of Zulu Kingdom and Mansa Musa King. Knowledge on health from Franz Fanon books, but does even our Ministry of Health know who that is? Our leaders still have a lot of socks to pull up. And sure, with the unity of Africa, the future is promising. But for who? Only a handful of privileged citizens, or also the most common citizen? And under whose model? That which is made of exploitation, or that which can be made for regeneration, like it was planned to be? Under whose model? That which is made of exploitation, or that which is made for regeneration? That was it for this episode. As per usual, I love an engager, so please do tell us your thoughts, views on this on the platform you're listening from, or on our IG at forbetter254. Do also tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's be the youth who built better. Until next time, peace and blessings. Cheers.